Today then, we are going to begin by clearing the orc filth off our newly acquired porch. And here, this is step 1. I have already began in battle, and we are up against a lot of orc trash, really, from Dol Guldur. So we haven't brought out the whole army. I mean, I could have, I suppose, but we don't need any more than this. So we've got our new general here. I've forgotten his name. But this is what the Woodland Realm get as their standard general, the Dor Lhingvar, or what's it called? The Wood Elves High Elders. Quite a mouthful, but they are very good archers. But that is what you get as standard. So you don't, not every general gets these ones. These are just custom ones, and these are like trainable. Kill the wargs! Kill the wargs! I think the standard, I'm gonna say it again, Dor Lhingvar. Okay, so they also don't. They only get a bonus against the black mounts of the Ulairi, or the Ringwraith mount, Nazgul mount, whatever you want to. Oh, those wargs are going to charge us, but it shouldn't. Okay, they're just going to stand right there and let us shoot them. Okay, brilliant. Shoot the hunters, because they are going to hurt if we allow them to shoot our. I'm not so worried about these guys, as per usual. Also to note that the whilst I have said that generals replenish up to 77, the not all. So the standard bodyguard doesn't. It does not. I'm trying to think of what the hard and what the actual rule is for that, but generals. Like, different factions, generals have different replenishment or total battalion sizes. So 38, I think, is about on par for what the elves get, and you get more in the battalion if the general is either a faction heir or faction leader, certainly. So you could see like maybe 50, perhaps even into the 60s in that case. But otherwise it's 77. If it goes over 77, I think I've beat the dead horse there. So, once we get out of this battle, we are going to go into another battle. And it's going to largely be against some more of this kind of trash. But
the enemy army flees the field.
Pursue
and run them down.
Don't shoot them. Wait, who did I just? Oh, okay. We are going to have to catch them all. We need to catch them all. We can't be fighting these all the time. So that is what we shall do. Oh, we've used up all our ammo. Pretty much. That's nice. Okay, everyone, go, 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 go. Everyone should be running after their designated orc survivor. We'll wait for it to go a bit over 85%, and then we shall leave this terrible, terrible battleground. And that's probably enough. There, yeah.
This is a clear
But I hope you are all doing well. And I usually post. Well, I'd say that I'd certainly like to post on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, but I'm just really enjoying this campaign, and I'm just also conscious of the fact that since I started posting these campaigns, a lot more people are seemingly tuning into the channel. They found this channel. I'm very grateful for all the new subscribers, and I'd also like to add that really nice comments from Ryan Hernandez. Very nice comment from him regarding just finding another creator on this kind of content. So thank you Thanks to you. And then there's another one from Stephanie, who apparently says that I've got a very calming voice. So there's a first for everyone. And then also Tobias, very kind words from him, and then Theo as well. So thank you very much. I do read all of the comments. And yes, and should you have any questions, you can always post a comment down and I will answer them as best as I can. And also, the reason why I bring up comments is Ryan brought up a point about potentially me doing another campaign. And as an extension of what I was just saying about the new viewers and everything, this is all quite new for me. I have been thinking of doing another campaign, yes. However, I don't want to potentially, do too much content for you guys and then no one watches it. Of course I'm happy to do it, but I don't want to overburden you guys, because no one's going to watch every single video, and understand that, but I quite like the idea of people following along with like the story of the campaign. So particularly in this, there's been quite the slog against Dol Guldur, and I'm thinking that's probably we're going to defeat Dol Guldur fairly soon. I'd imagine certainly by the 60th turn, when the barracks event kicks in, or certainly that's when I'd want to have defeated Dol Guldur, because you don't want to just see me playing around with these same old units all the time. Like, this is not even half of this is like such a tiny amount of the total roster that the Wood Elves have, and I'd hate for people watching this to just think that there aren't, like, why would I personally play this game when there's so little variety? But there is. You just gotta, particularly as the elves, it just takes a bit longer to get there. You there. Hit those orc maulers. And but whilst this battle goes on, I might just speed it up a bit. I've done some research in regarding the improved blacksmiths, because there's a new feature in this version where you can attain an improved level of blacksmithing depending on the faction from certain settlements. So if you capture a certain key settlement, then you can see an extra tier to your blacksmith. So for the elves, you can get this in Eregion, which is Ostinethil, and that is, of course, where Celebrimbor wrought the rings of power back in the 16th or 15th, 16th, and 17th centuries of the Second Age. So quite a while ago. And of course, no elves actually live there anymore, and it is abandoned. But that is where we can. There's a ruined building there called the Gwaith Myrdain, which is the Jewelsmiths Guild, I think it is. And there we can upgrade all of our forces up to Noldor Plate. So even Legolas... Oh, we can't see it right now. No, we can't. We'll see it on the back, on the campaign map. But we will be able to, even our elites, give them a second tier of upgrades for their armor. You there, go get them. It's more important that we mop up all of these forces as soon as they start running.
Half the enemy force remains.
because we can't afford to have them running around and pestering us, because we will have to move out our army soon. Go over there, and you may as well go, or maybe just go. Oh, go shoot them. They're coming back. That's not good. Weren't you meant to be getting someone? Oh, they've been chasing them down. Okay, good. Shoot them in the back, and then they will run away. And then they will run away. And then they run away. Okay. And then you there come over here. Orc maulers. That's unfortunate that they've come back. But they will soon start running. And you there shoot them. And also you can shoot them. Oh, okay, they're all just running. Why even come back? Pathetic orcs.
The enemy army flees the field.
Okay, stop
Pursue and
shooting.
run them down.
Stop shooting. And we need to see this number once more. Get to the... I'll go for 90, because I think it counts everything that is still on the battlefield. Yeah, so if something has ran off the battlefield, that no longer counts to it. So some units have actually fled the battlefield, I think, already. So the number will be a bit skewed. But, you know, 90%. There we go.
Our foe
Heroic
is
victory,
utterly
apparently.
vanquished.
The auto-resolve hates us. So, as I was talking about the improved Blacksmith, I really want to get that. Because it's a new feature, and I don't know if it gives us visual upgrades for our elites. But also, if you didn't know, in Medieval Total War 2 and in this mod, there are many, many visual upgrades to units. So Gondor is actually a really good example, and the dwarves as well. There's plenty of visual upgrades there. With the elves, it's a little bit more subtle. You generally only see like chainmail being added, but it adds a real continuous theme in the armor of a faction throughout. And of course, when I speak of Gondor, they do get the silver plate that you get in the films, which is very cool. I'm not going to go for that army there because they will just retreat and then we can't get back in. So we've just mopped up 2 forces there. I've got a diplomat over here, and we've still got a emissary mission to go and speak with the Breland. So we're going to rinse them of some money. We've got good influence, so there's a likely chance for them to accept this 1800. Nice, nice, nice. Plus 750, just accepted. Nice.
Without question.
And we'll go to Dunland next and then get some more of them. So now 750 coins. That is going to really help us. Now, here we do need to build a Hall of Song to get free upkeep for our general there. And as regards to... we don't have a grain exchange here yet, and that is a really good deal to get that. I think what I'm going to do is, once again, we're going to train all units that we can. And obviously focus on the archers. We're going to get all the units that we can, and then we're going to march them south. So actually, I'm going to take these out because I don't think Gundabad is going to be worrying with us. Like, they're already at war with Anduin and Erebor are already knocking on their door. So I have no issue with them. I don't think they're going to attack us. We are going to lose Brown Boat here probably, but you know, it is what it is. Sadly, you know, you can't please everyone. Oh, let's speed that up. But I foresee many battles in this episode. We've already had 2. I think there's going to be potentially 2 more. I did think, like, what if I just moved my army out of the castle down south of Dor Lhingvar and, you know, let the orcs go in there, and then maybe they'll all bunch up so we can take them all out in one battle. But, you know, we'd miss out on the income from the settlement, so I don't know if it's... Maybe if there's a really big army that comes along. If I see a really big army, I might pull my troops into the wood, into an ambush stance, and maybe we can get them in ambush, or if they go straight into the settlement, you know, then we can just pepper them with arrows, and that would be fine and dandy. Someone got a wife. Nice. Great for them. Take settlement. Ost in Gaia. Gale. Ost in Gale. One of the best units I can currently recruit. Well, that's not saying all that much. And so we have just lost 2,000, but only 33 there. But that is because we've of course got these troops out. They're no longer free. I am still looking at that Snow Orc General of Gundabad, and we are going to lose 199 here and possibly some money from Burrowls from trade. But, you know, we really have to really take out Dol Guldur. So what my plan is, whilst we load in here, that is a really nice quote from Faramir. For as the Rohirrim do, we now love war and valour as things good in themselves. Ooh. Faramir, of course, did not like war, and he was a bit different to how he was in the films. But all in all, I thought he's one of my favourite characters. I really like Faramir. He's very noble. And, you know, he's essentially what Boromir should have been. And, you know, who knows what could have happened if Faramir had gone to Rivendell instead of Boromir. Because Faramir was going to go. He was the one that wanted to go to Rivendell. However, the Council of Elders, or whatever it was, essentially it was, Denethor was like, you are too weak to go to Rivendell, I'd rather Boromir went. As Boromir was always the favoured son.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Let's see if we can get a counter charge. Are we going to get our swords out? Oh, yes! Oh, yes, we are. And the reason I'm using just Legolas and Thranduil here is because we can't really be taking the losses. But they have definitely nerfed economy in this game because... Or in this version, because I don't remember it being this hard. I don't remember this game being this difficult to... like, we can't even muster a single banner army. And it is like the 50th turn, or getting towards the 50th turn. And we have 8 settlements, I think. Like, at that point. And of course we haven't had such a huge focus on economy, but that's because we never have any money. Like, you can't invest what you don't have, but equally you need the troops, but we can't get the troops that are required just to put the final nail in the coffin of Dol Guldur. So I thought about it and I was like, what can I do? So we're going to pull out... We're just going to take everything that we've got and we're going to take out Dol Guldur, the actual Citadel itself, because that is the be-all and end-all, really, for the faction of. And if we can take Dol Guldur, not only does it deprive them of... not only does it deprive them of a military recruitment hub, it's their capital. It is their best settlement by far. The others are like large towns at most. I think Achnodiorn is usually a village still at this point. So they're not going to be able to train any more units. And also, it is where they get most of their money. because there are some... I should have really deployed my troops a bit better. Shoot the maulers, and you shoot the archers. Yeah, I'm very complacent here. Like, the orc maulers are very dangerous. But I'm just hoping that Legolas doesn't die. I mean, what am I saying? Of course he's not going to die. Oh my word. Absolute slaughter. He's absolutely massacring them. Oh my word. And they're running. Okay, and now we just shoot. And we should get up to the 85. And also, this is very handy that they kind of like split up their forces like this, because I think you get 300 gold coins per win. I'm not entirely sure. I think it depends on army size or the amount. So if you've got even like a reinforcing army as well, then you get 600. I'm not entirely sure. But there is an income boost that you get. Okay, this is enough. I think if we just charge.
The enemy general, the battle is very much in our
And just like that, 90%. Father and son absolutely tearing these orcs apart. It is really annoying how they don't come into one cohesive force and then we could just take them all out at once. But that is just a problem with the AI. So it's not. I maybe not call it a problem, but it's just a quirk. Oh, this is like from the films. This is so cool. I thought this was really cool. Obviously, it's a highly glamorized version of the events, but you know, you can't be a total book purist. Like, you don't want to be that guy that just hates on it. It's like, oh, it's not in the book. Like, well, that's my opinion. I'm sorry if you. I mean, I'm sure someone probably thinks of that, but you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I think, well, that's just what I think. You know what? Let's just give him one unit of archers. I don't know if even that was necessary. But yeah, did I say that there were going to be a lot of battles in this? I don't think we've even got through one turn. But so I was thinking of potentially another campaign. And I would not be giving up on this campaign, but I just don't want people to get bored of the content that I'm putting out. So what I would propose is I would have this what am I trying to say? This campaign, and then I would have another campaign in a separate part of the world that I would have in conjunction to this. So I'd upload them on different days, basically. And the one I was thinking of, have I already mentioned it? I don't know if I've mentioned it. I've noted a few things down on a piece of paper next to me, just so I don't forget to say things, because whenever I upload one of these videos, I may or may not forget what I was planning on saying. So, the other campaign I thought would be Gondor, and the reason for that is because it's in the south. Everyone loves Gondor, from and everyone knows Gondor. You don't have to be a particularly, you don't have to be like a Tolkien scholar to know about Gondor. They're one of the key factions in Lord of the Rings, and they're cool. Like, as I say, like the armor upgrades that they get are, I think, Gondor infantry, they get 3 tiers of armor upgrades, and each one makes the unit look different, and that is really cool, to me at least. And then, you know, you get the iconic battle maps of Minas Tirith, or hopefully not Minas Tirith, because I hopefully don't get attacked there, because that would mean that we're doing very poorly. But Osgiliath certainly, Minas Morgul, and Barad-dûr as well, potentially. And then, you know, you've got a lot of different enemies. We will be fighting Mordor probably in this campaign at some point. In fact, we definitely will. And not in Mordor. We'll fight them in our capital. But then we'll also have the Ar-Ardunaim, which are like the... They're a bit like fan fiction-y. But they're like the Umbarim, and they're very cool. And then you've got the Haradrim, and Can potentially as well. But then also, I'd like to float this idea that I was thinking about. There's a new feature. Well, it's not really new, but you can play a campaign called the Shattered Alliances campaign, where
it's time to press the attack.
A Shattered Alliances campaign is where your all faction standings, all diplomacy, it's all like set to neutral. So the idea being that you fight factions that you normally wouldn't. So in this campaign as the Wood Elves, I was immediately allied to Dale and to Dorwinion, I think, and had good relations with Anduin and Erebor. So the chances of me going to war with them or being attacked by them was very low. But in the Shattered Alliances campaign, you know, you might find yourself fighting them, for instance. Now, I wouldn't say, well, I'm going to have a Shattered Alliances campaign as Woodland Realm. I meant potentially as Gondor. I don't know. Although I don't know if Gondor is a particularly interesting one for that, because the people that are around you, you know, you've got Rohan and you've got Dol Amroth, but other than that, you've got Mordor just across the Anduin, and then you've got Harad as well. So you probably likely end up fighting largely the same things anyway. But I don't know, maybe you'd like me to break off an alliance in this campaign and just go all out and take out Dale and those pesky dwarves of Erebor. Although, I will say that to get to Eregion or Ostinathiel, which is Ostinathiel, so here's Lothlorien, this is where we are now. Ostinathiel is over the mountains, just around here. And they were good neighbours with the dwarves of Khazad Dum. So we will maybe have to... Although Khazad Dum isn't held by the dwarves of Khazad Dum, it is held by the orcs of... Oh, this is brilliant. So what we're going to do, once we take Dol Guldur, we finish mopping them up, then we're going to march across the... Well, we're not going to march across the Anduin. We're going to sail across the Anduin, march and get Moria. There's 2 settlements here. Absolute huge money maker. Huge money maker. And then we're going to get Ostinathiel and get our improved blacksmith there. I think that's a fantastic idea. But we have now finished the turn. Let's put them back in there. And yeah. So we do actually have money now. So now we've got 600 in the kitty. And we have troops moving down. And the idea in the next episode, hopefully we get those troops down here, plus the ones that are currently training. We link them up with Thranduil, and then we smash Dol Guldur, take it, and... Or maybe we take Gale first. And maybe this region that's down here that I can't quite see. So yeah, but I really hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to talk about, anything you want me to add, and of course subscribe if you've enjoyed it and you think I've earned it. But now I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.